3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Hi guys, Mr. D here, and welcome to Science That Doesn't Suck. Today I want to show you the exploding paint can, one of my personal favorites and a real crowd pleaser. First off, this one can be a little bit dangerous if you don't take some simple precautions and do it the right way. So you're going to be using a flame, and as the name suggests, exploding. There's going to be an explosion, and so you need to wear eye protection, either goggles or safety glasses. And this one's best done outdoors, or if you do it indoors, like when I did in my classroom, you need to have the can on the floor somewhere where the ceiling above doesn't have anything that could get broken, because the lid's going to fly off with a lot of force. So no light fixtures, no sprinkler heads, anything like that. Okay? So for this one, you'll need a 1-gallon paint can. It's got to be new, not one that had paint or anything else in it before. You can get these real cheap at hardware stores or any home improvement store like Lowe's or Home Depot. And you're going to poke a hole right in here about 1/4 inch in diameter, or maybe 3/8. All right, big nail. You'll also need hairspray. Any old kind will do, just buy the cheapest you can get. A little ball of clay and a lighter. So for this one, first, you find a safe place to do this. Put your eye protection on. And by the way, kids, don't do this one, okay? Leave this one to adults and teachers. So take your ball of clay and squeeze it over the hole, closing it. Then you're going to take your hairspray, give it a few good shakes. And I'm not going to actually spray it because I don't want to gas myself right now. But you'll spray it into the can. And I usually hold the lid of the can close so I can pop it on real quickly and not let much of the vapor escape. So you will spray it for a good 4 or 5 seconds. Then quickly seal the lid. You don't need to hammer it or anything like that. Push it down as hard as you can to get it to seal nice and tight with your fingers. Then you take your lighter, you light her up, you remove the clay ball and quickly touch the flame to the hole. And boom! As you saw earlier, the top goes flying off. Now I need to get it off. Okay? So why does this do this? Well, it's real simple. It's just a combustion reaction inside a closed container that builds up a lot of pressure. So hairspray, pretty much any kind you can get. The first 3 ingredients will usually be water, then some form of ether, and some form of alcohol, and then a bunch of fragrances and things that stick your hair together and all, with big long names that I can't pronounce. But the key thing is the ether and the alcohol are both flammable. So you're filling the can with a flammable vapor and droplets. And then when you introduce the flame, it catches fire. And it produces heat and a tremendous amount of gas in a really short time. And that gas is expanding, trying to get out, and eventually the pressure's too much for the lid, and boom, off it goes. The exploding paint can. Now, where do you see this in the real world? Well, a lot of places. Guns, bullets from guns. A bullet has the metal casing and then the projectile part that flies out of the muzzle, right? And in the backside, there's usually a primer that the firing pin hits, ignites the gunpowder. It creates a tremendous amount of gas and high pressure. The bullet can't hold it in for long, so it poof, off it goes down the muzzle. Rockets work the same way too. You have some kind of a flammable material, burns, lots of pressure, gas needs to be released, and you leave a small opening at the back end, down goes the gas, up goes the rocket. Really simple and really cool. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, leave me a comment. And check out my other videos, egg in the bottle, crush the can, hot and cold water box, the jumping chain, sinking, hovering, floating egg, and the density lava lamp. So till next time, science rules.